There's nothing like doing a vlog in the wind. Anyway, maiden voyage of my brand new truck. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Heading to North Carolina, see my family, my brother and sister-in-law. Can't wait to get down there. Also, can't wait to try this on a long journey. Nice truck, I have to say. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I really like this truck. Anyway, it's super windy, it's blowing snow, it's cold, it's winter, thank God, finally here. We're gonna check out some sights along the way, some stuff we've always wanted to see, and this is the perfect opportunity of why we're going down in our brand new maiden voyage truck. So we're gonna check them out. Hopefully it'll be a good video. If not, you know, at least you'll see some sights. Can't wait, guys. It's cold, I need to get in here, get the girls, time to roll. I haven't recorded anything since we've been here, but we are in Helen, Georgia, and it's kind of like a little German town, so we're gonna check it out, and we gotta pay to park. So this is a pretty cool little town. It's like got all kinds of German shops and everything. So, and we're gonna take a horse and buggy ride here very shortly, which I think is gonna be pretty cool too. So. Emma.
Horse run out of the hot water for us at name's Skyburn. Guys, as they take your own Belgian.
All right, other than a stop to Walmart, this is our day. It's been a pretty good one. I think it's a beautiful area, definitely one we have to come back to. And if you're down this way, you probably definitely should come and check it out. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to the caverns, so hopefully that is a pretty good little spot too, so we'll see what happens. All right, we have made it to the Appalachian Caves. It's about an hour tour, and it's pretty much in the middle of a neighborhood, so hopefully it's gonna be pretty good. We're gonna go down here and check it out. We're the only ones here, so it should be pretty cut and dry. So we'll see how it goes, and stick around.
Y'all look pretty responsible, but just a friendly reminder, we ask you don't touch any of the rocks or formations. Reasons being, the oils on your hands get on the rocks, they do not wash off. It essentially kills the poor rock formations. Other than that, as you can see, we are heading into a cave. We've got steep surfaces, slippery surfaces, and low-hanging ceilings. So make sure you got your feet and head about you at all times, and we'll head on down.
Okay.
Here for 1 second, talk about a couple cool things. Welcome to the Appalachian Caves, formerly known as the Linville Cave, after the brothers, John and Jim Linville, as well as Linville Creek, which flows through the bottom. John and Jim Linville were the first two people on record to live in this cave. However, the Native Americans and such were here before them, but those guys didn't keep those kind of records, so the brothers claimed the title. 1991 was the first official tour down here, so in terms of the touristy aspects of the caves, we're one of the newer guys on the scale. However, the cave itself has been around for millions of years. However, it's still growing, it's still changing. But as we pass on through it, a lot of the stuff you'll see around you, like the bluish grays and the whitish grays, is all limestone. The white we got up top here is all calcite, the black is manganese, and the orangish yellow on the wall is iron oxide. If you look throughout our calcite formations, you'll see a bunch of spindly guys hanging down. Those spindly guys are our soda straw formations. They have the unique feature about them that water will actually drip through the center of them like a straw versus the outside like a stalactite. A couple other cool things we got in this area. Up top here we've got a row of cave teeth. Cave teeth eventually turns into this stuff over here we like to call cave bacon or cave ribbon. These formations are formed by the act of a stalactite trying to grow on a sloped ceiling. Y'all take a look at the walls and ceilings in this area. It's easy to tell, at one point, all these tunnels were filled with water. Today we can also say we are underwater by this spot here. Despite how dry it can be, inside and out, this guy never slows down, never stops dripping. When the geologist guys were coming through checking everything out, they told us in fact there's a channel of water that flows through this wall. So we asked them, where does it come from? Where does it go? They told us it's actually spring-fed up above us, and the spring had found its way into the channel and now flows all the way down to the bottom where Linville Creek feeds into the cave. 5 species of salamanders, including the mud puppies, cave crickets, cave spiders, and because this cave has 78 entrances or exits, depending on how you want to look at them, any of the local wildlife that could find their way in here could also make it their home. We've got a family of raccoons that occasionally hangs out in that entryway over there. They've been coming up to the campground causing a ruckus. We've got 2 otters and a beaver that hang out in our deep end. In our ponds, we've got some resident snapping turtles. And last week, we pulled out 4 snakes. So we do get the critters down here. Nonetheless, we got the go-ahead from both parties. So we came down here, we got Linville Creek making its first solo appearance from underneath the wall. Y'all want to take a guess at what that black stuff is?
Mold?
There's mold on it.
Moss?
Yeah, moss. It's a big old pile of bat poop.
Guano.
Or bat guano. So bats are very social creatures. If you ever want to find where the party's at, you can find the pile of poop. Find the pile of poop, you can find where the party's at. That orange discoloration in the ceiling is actually a result of the bats peeing on themselves in the area around them. Reason being, cave crickets are natural decomposers. It's privately owned by a family corporation over in Johnson City. This here's the platform. This is the lowest point of the walking tour. Right now we're about 190 feet below the shop. As you may have noticed, we do have fish down here. Any of the local fish you'll find in the local waterways, you'll also find down here. We got the bass, the trout, the bluegill, the carp, the perch, and the catfish. As you notice though, all our fish have their regular colors, regular eyesight, all that fun stuff, because these guys get to go outside. In case you haven't noticed yet, take a peek out that way, you'll see natural daylight. This is the only spot this far down on the walking tour where natural daylight comes into the cave. Because of that opening over there, it can greatly affect the temperature of this corner.
Was that in here?
What do we got?
Moonshine Steel.
That's what I was thinking.
It's a good old distillery. It makes the moonshines, the alcohols, and all the other fun stuff. Just kidding.
That's one of the paid extra things.
Get those extra tours. Unfortunately, as you can tell, this guy was obviously never active, nor is the original to the cave. One of the years we did our haunted cave tours, this was obviously the part where the big dude in the overalls came running around the corner, scaring the kids. When it came time to take the props out that year, we decided to leave this guy here. This guy here is David the Gnome. He's the only formation in this cave to have been a stalactite and a stalagmite. He had fallen from the ceiling in one of the lower chambers. People hanging out at the time thought he looked pretty cool, wanted to bring him up here to the hangout spot. Obviously, the process of bringing him up here clearly has been touched and is now classified as a dead formation. Because of that, it's the only formation in this cave you let people touch if you'd like to touch the gnome. It's the only one you can touch. Get your touches in.
All right.
In the meantime,
Go ahead, Kenna.
Stalactites
Emma?
and stalagmites. Y'all know the difference? Which one's which?
We do. Emma, do you?
You got it. Do you know the fun sayings to go along with to always help us remember?
You might trip on the one.
Yep.
I don't know the type one.
Really?
No.
You just said it. Stalactites, gotta hang tight.
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm saying.
stalagmites might reach the ceiling one day.
Or, if you got it, you might trip on them.
Yeah, I
When
haven't
they-
heard that one.
During the Civil War, there was the Battle of Blountville. Big old battle that raged through this area. During that time, they used this spot here as a hospital. And a lot of people will say, why would you have a hospital in a cave? It's dark, it's dirty, it's gross, it stinks. Well, one of the things you might have realized as we passed on through that.
All right, guys, that ends the tour. It was a heck of a hike back up. Pretty awesome. I do recommend it, especially with the cave guide we had. All right, this may end the trip for us. I don't know if we're gonna see anything else along the way, so anyway, guys, if you like what you see here, make sure you check out Appalachian Caverns. If you're in Blountville, Tennessee, highly recommend it. It's about $55 for all of us, and well worth it. Like what you see here, like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.